already.
Sorry, Josiah. I needed a long drink before we get into this.
Yeah.
And since I'm not an alcoholic, I'm drinking flavored water.
Oh, does it give you the same feeling?
No, I'm sad. Let's talk about that. I just went Rhett and Link on us.
You did. You
Hey,
did.
man.
Hey.
Hey, man, I'm wearing black because I'm in mourning.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
Yeah, you wear black you wear the same hoodie every week.
What can I say?
I'm
a simple man.
The hat is the only thing that changes occasionally.
Yeah, I know. I'm simple.
But
I'm a simple man.
You wear the same thing every week.
I know.
Yeah. We lost.
We did. We did.
Hey, Josiah, we were wrong.
We were wrong. Yeah, isn't it crazy how that happens sometimes?
We were wrong.
Yeah.
It's like we were hopeful for our team to win because Buffalo didn't look good leading into this game. And then, then we didn't look good this game. The fact that we only lost by 7, looking as terrible as we did, amazing.
Is wild.
Astonishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
With how Josh Allen was playing, they should have put up 40 on us.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because we identified going into the game what we need to look out for and limit in order to win the game, and we didn't. Yep. And James Cook looked fantastic. Josh Allen had one of the best games, if not the best game. I think it may be the best game as far as his completion percentage.
Yep. Best completion percentage in Bills history.
Yeah. And Mahomes had his worst game there.
And Mahomes had the worst completion percentage of his career.
Right.
So it's one of those things where we lost by 7. So here's the crazy thing. We have not won a 1-score game this season.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Let's look at our scores, man. So our wins are our wins 22-9, 37-20, 30-17, 31-0, 28-7. Our losses, all by 1 score, 27-21, 20-17, 31-28, 28-21, which proves that even in the games we play absolutely terribly, we have a chance at the end of the game.
Yeah.
We had a chance. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw that interception at the end of the game, we have a chance to win. Like, there's another down, man. There's another down. He doesn't have to throw that ball.
Yeah.
But he does.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to throw the ball, but he does. So.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt like a classic, even though we were playing terribly. It felt like a normal Bills-Chiefs game as far as the scoring and everything. And we had a chance. It felt like it was going to be another vintage Mahomes moment at the end of the game.
Yeah,
where he pulls it out, but it just didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Yep. A lot of mistakes, man. Chiefs made a lot. Our defense, I would never have guessed that our defense was going to look like that.
I know. And that the Bills secondary was going to look like what it looked like.
So, speaking of the Bills secondary, Nick Wright brought this up on First Things First today. And it's so true. And it's quite humorous because the young Bills defensive backs helped the Chiefs in a way they didn't realize they were helping the Chiefs. Because the statements that were made by their defensive backs, one was, I saw on film that Patrick Mahomes has a tendency to look this way on this route, and so I applied that to the field, right? He was specific about one route and the defensive play he made in that one route. So he jumped the route, right? Another young defensive back, I don't know who said what. I can't remember who said what. So I think Cole Bishop was one of them. And then there was Christian Benford, I think is who said this one. He said that he noticed that the body language of Xavier Worthy on film of when he's not going to get the ball or it's a run play. He noticed that he did something different. Brother, it's week 9.
Mm-hmm.
You just told the Chiefs something they're doing wrong, and you don't think they're going to address it going into their bye week, of which, coming out of their bye week, Andy Reid is the best in the history of the NFL. Coming out of the bye week, you don't think they're going to address that? Brother, you just signed your death warrant for January when the Chiefs ultimately come into was it Highmark Stadium and close out Highmark Stadium for the Bills with another loss to the Chiefs and the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. I'm convinced.
Well, yeah. I didn't realize they had mouthed off like that.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
I get it. Nick Wright made a great point. I'm taking all Nick Wright's takes right now.
Hey, that's
he made
fine.
a great point. You know when you say things like that? You know when you address, hey, we noticed this on film, so we took care of that. You know when you say things like that?
After the playoffs?
When you win the Super Bowl!
Yeah.
When teams don't have time to address what you're saying.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
There's 8 games left. There's 9 weeks left in the NFL. In the regular season. Hey, do you think the Chiefs are really going to miss the playoffs? Do you really think, anybody in their right mind, do you really think the Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
There was what was it, 2021? I think it was 2020 or 2021. We went 6-6 to start the season. And guess who was in the AFC Championship game again? Chiefs.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's almost like they're inevitable. Almost.
These are we've lost 4 games by 1 score. Okay? Who are those teams we lost by 1 score to? 1 score. Off the top of your head, can you name them without looking?
I'm not looking. Jaguars.
Playoff team.
Eagles.
Playoff team.
Chargers.
Playoff team.
And then, oh my gosh, who else did we play? NFC
we
team?
We just played them, bro. We just played them. Literally just.
Oh, yeah, the Bills. The Bills.
Playoff teams. 2 of which are leading their division.
Yeah.
The other 2 being second in their division.
Mm-hmm.
All playoff teams. Lost by 1 score. Shows in the end, we still had a chance.
Mm-hmm. Even whenever
you
we
don't think the Chiefs... Go ahead.
Even whenever we looked our worst, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was abysmal. I mean, that was... We'll get into
Patrick
it, but
Mahomes
it was...
having his worst completion percentage, right? Worst completion percentage, we put up 21 and only lost by a field goal. Or a touchdown. Only lost by 1 score.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And we had
last year we won all of them. I mean,
Yep.
And that just goes to show you that it's just the little things, during it's one play that swings something in your direction, and this week it just didn't happen.
Yep. Well, and then let's take another positive away. Kareem Hunt averaged 4.5 yards a carry. There are a couple drives where 3rd and short yardage, 4th and short yardage, we didn't utilize Kareem Hunt. We threw the ball a couple of times, and I was a little upset about that because Kareem Hunt needs to get the ball in those situations. We talked about it last week. Going into the game, Kareem Hunt was the best in the league at 3rd and 4th and short, averaging 5 yards a carry on 3rd and 4th and short. So I'm, I think that we should have utilized him a little bit more. So
yeah, I mean, he was still our leading rusher. But
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah, so just to kind of show how close of a game this was, on the Bills' first drive, it's 3rd and 8 at the KC 23. And the Bills snap the ball. Josh Allen goes to throw the ball. All the receivers are covered.
Yep.
And Leo Chenal fakes pressure and backs up to keep an eye on Josh Allen in case he decides to run if the pocket collapses.
Yep.
Drew Tranquill is on Dalton Kincaid and trips.
Yep.
And so Dalton Kincaid is wide open. If Drew Tranquill does not trip, that means that Josh Allen would have to throw it over his head if he even decides to throw it to Dalton Kincaid.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think even if Drew Tranquill doesn't trip, that's a touchdown. Drew Tranquill is not the linebacker you want in coverage.
Yeah.
He's just not. There's 2 or 3 other times I can think of where Drew Tranquill allowed a big catch to a tight end. He's not the coverage guy.
Sure. But the difference between...
I feel... Go ahead.
The difference between a contested catch and an uncontested catch, I mean, you still have way more room for error if Drew Tranquill is at least keeping up with them to some degree. Because Josh Allen has to throw that ball completely different. If he's even close to him.
I'm also saying that the way Josh Allen was playing yesterday, I don't think it mattered.
Sure. Sure.
Our defense, we didn't consistently get pressure on Josh Allen when we needed to. We gave up big plays when we shouldn't have. Like, we gave up several 3rd and longs. You know, it's one of those things where the Bills' defense looked better than we thought they would, and the Chiefs' defense looked worse.
Sure. Yeah.
It is what it is. Chiefs shot themselves in the foot. So it's... Look, man,
and that's not to say anything bad about Drew Tranquill at all. It's just a matter of
he's not a coverage guy.
But even when we were at our worst and the Bills were at their best, it was still a game of inches, which is crazy.
Literal.
It's so crazy that at our worst, we're still up there with the best of the Bills.
I want people to take note of something we haven't mentioned. There's one big play of the game we haven't mentioned because it didn't make a difference to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't make a difference.
Because you can recognize that your team...
That's not the reason. One drive could have changed this game. Could have changed this game.
Yeah.
1,000%. Right? Everybody, the momentum swings a thing. Absolutely it is. Patrick Mahomes on 2nd and 7 threw a ball, got tipped by Matt Milano. And it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, or there wasn't a receiver in the area of where he threw. The direction he was throwing there was, but where the ball landed, there was not. Very clearly, you can see that the ball was tipped. The ball went from being a spiral to going end over end. Only way that happens is by a tip. Okay? Big miscall in the moment, right? We were driving, we were moving, things were going good in that drive, right? And then it goes from being an incomplete 3rd and 7 to intentional grounding, loss of downs, 3rd and 17. Huge swing.
Yeah.
Now, the way we were playing yesterday, do we get that 3rd down? I mean, based on how we played, I think we have a better chance. There was a better chance that we didn't get it than we did just based on how we played yesterday.
Yeah, but I mean, on that drive, you had a pass from Mahomes to Kelsey for 28 yards. Like, you want to talk about momentum. You got a big play like that happens on that drive.
And then it's killed.
It's killed. Yeah. So, like, it turns it from 2nd and 6 is what it looks like here, but even at 2nd and 7, from 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 16. That's a huge swing. Like, that's you're calling things different. You feel different about that.
Right.
Like, you're not upset and frustrated. The game stops while they're trying to figure this out. Like, it's a completely different play that you're calling there.
Yeah.
But But at the same time, like you're saying, a lot of people complain about penalties in games that aren't even close. Even if the score looks close between the Chiefs and another team, it was never close.
The Commanders game last week.
Sure, right. And people still complain about that.
Close. Second half, it wasn't even. There was no way.
Right.
Sorry, but it's.
But in this game, it could have mattered. This penalty could have mattered, but we're not going to focus on that because, one, this happens, and two, our team made mistakes. Just straight up. Yeah. If we played perfect ball and this is what did it, I would probably feel a little different.
The thing I always say, the one thing I always say, and I was speaking with my dad about it this week. He's like, that's one thing I taught you. I was like, I know you taught me that, right? The one thing we have always said is if a game comes down to being affected by the referees, the other play, like for the rest of the game, outside of that one play, you didn't do your job. You didn't do your job. The referee should have no say in how a game goes, right? If they're like, oh, but it was a shootout. Well, guess what? Your defense didn't do their job if it was a shootout.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
If it's a shootout, but they're going back and forth in touchdowns. That game that the Chiefs lost to the Rams in, 2018?
Yep.
Where we lost 54-51. Guess what? Our defense didn't play well enough.
Or the first Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl, when it came down to that holding call.
First Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl.
It was a shootout.
The holding call. It was a shootout. Guess what? Your team didn't play well enough to win. Your defense didn't play well enough to win. Patrick Mahomes on a jacked up ankle ran for 30-some-odd yards, 20-some-odd yards on a fourth down play to get a first down. You can't stop that. That's your fault. It has nothing to do with the referees. Absolutely nothing. There are bad calls. Right? The whole Eagles fumble that should have been a fumble that wasn't called a fumble against, who was that last week?
The Giants.
The Giants. Like, that thing, it's a terrible call. I still don't think the Giants win that game.
Right.
But, like, you cannot, I'm going to say this till I die. Whether it's for the Chiefs or against the Chiefs, there is not a time where a referee has the outcome of a game based on one call. There's not a time where a referee has the outcome of a game based on 5 calls. You got 70 offensive plays? Cool. Those other 65, you didn't do what you needed to do to win the game. The Chiefs this week didn't do what they needed to do to win the game.
Yeah. And even though this is just another reason, we have Gene Steratore on our side, who said in his 30 years of football, he's never seen anything like this. He's never seen a call be blown that bad. Well, like to see it be called that, like this be handled, like he's like, even if it's by rule, he's like, I've never seen something like this. Yeah. But it's like, I'm still not going to rest my all of my emotions on that one call because we didn't execute the rest of the 59 minutes and 50 seconds of all the other plays. We didn't execute.
Absolutely. So, I mean, let's give flowers where flowers are due, okay? Josh Allen played his tail off. Josh Allen went excuse me, I'm pulling up the box score. Josh Allen went 23 of 26 for 273 yards, one passing touchdown, but he also had 2 rushing touchdowns on 6 carries for 19 yards.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh Allen by far was the better quarterback yesterday.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes only completed 15 passes, but it was for 250 yards. Like, it's nuts. Patrick Mahomes still completed like several deep balls. He had a 40-yard one to Hollywood Brown. Rashee Rice had a 29-yard reception. Travis Kelce, 28-yard reception. Right? Hollywood Brown dropped 2 balls that hit his hands. There was one where he's wide open. It hit the palm of his left hand, and he dropped it. He was well past the first down marker. That was 3rd and long. He had that ball. Should have been a first down. We failed ourselves that game. Okay? Yeah. We failed ourselves. We were without Jawan Taylor went out in the first quarter, so Wanye Morris came in. Patrick Mahomes was under a little bit more pressure. Wanye Morris is a decent backup, but he's not the greatest. So that's something to look at. Now, depending on how Jawan Taylor feels, Josh Simmons is officially back in the building as of today. So
Nice.
He'll be back with the team for our Week 11 matchup against the Broncos. So yeah, that'll be good to have him back. And I imagine if Jawan Taylor is injured, Jalen Moore's probably gonna take the spot. Jawan Taylor, for those of you that don't know, Jawan Taylor is the best pass blocking tackle in the NFL this season.
Wow, yeah. And I still have
he has the highest grade.
This is something I think is worth bringing up because I was watching this game with family. I didn't get to catch the first drive or two of the game, but I went to a family event and I was hearing some people were still complaining about Jawan Taylor and penalties. And I'm like, bro, he has this reputation, and I think some of his penalties, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but some of his penalties come from having more eyes on him because of his reputation. I think almost assuredly. But he's cleaned it up. He still has them, sure. But he hasn't had
one penalty in the last 4 weeks.
He may have had one yesterday. I can't remember.
Right. I think that's the one. The one? I think he went 3 weeks being clean.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's so he's cleaned it up.
4 weeks. Yes.
It's like, and that's what it is.
In the first 3 weeks, I think he had 8 penalties or 9 penalties.
Well, one of them was 5 or 6 in a game.
Yeah. Well, I think since then, he's had maybe 3 or 4. So in the last 6 weeks, he's had 4 penalties. That's much better. I'll take 4 penalties over 6 weeks as opposed to the 8 or 9 in the first 3 weeks. So
yeah. But I just think that he should be a perfect example of you had something you're doing wrong. You need to adjust it. He adjusts it mid-season and goes clean for 3 or 4 weeks, basically clean for 4 weeks in a row in the middle of the season, making adjustments during the week. I mean, that's pretty impressive. If he can keep it going, it's super impressive. Man. So,
I agree.
Anyway, so we got to talk about James Cook and the stretch of games that he snapped of us not allowing a 100-yard rusher.
Yep.
It was 34 games or 35 games, something like that.
It was 24 games of not allowing anyone to rush for 100 yards. The last person to do it was week 1 of 2024 season. Lamar Jackson did it. But we hadn't allowed a running back to rush for 100 yards in 36 games going in, I believe it was. So, so it was he snapped that. There were several times where contact was made to James Cook in the backfield, and he snuck out of it. He's a sneaky guy, man. He's a good back.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's a good back. No touchdowns this week. The pass was open. No touchdowns, but he still had what was his yardage?
114.
114 yards rushing. And then he also had 1 catch for 11 yards. So 125 all-purpose yards. Good for him, man. He played well.
On the receiving side, Dalton Kincaid, he had a big night too. 101 yards and a touchdown.
Yep. Half of that was on one play.
I know. Yeah.
That one big play down the left side of towards the end of the first half. So
They just played really well. They just played one of their best games of the season, I feel like.
Yep.
And just so happened that we weren't able to go toe-to-toe this time around.
Right. So Kareem Hunt averaged 4.5 yards a carry. However, because we were behind so much of the game, we threw the ball we threw the ball a lot. Okay. We did only have 79 rushing yards. Not having Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt did hurt us. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but
yeah.
But yeah, man, when you don't do the things you need to do right, you lose games. And that's what we did. So not a whole lot we can do about it now. All we can do is go into the bye week and address the things that we have broken.
Yeah.
address the things that need to be fixed, and get them fixed.
That's why I'm almost kind of grateful that these tough opponents come right before the bye week, because they expose way more than the worst teams. So,
yep. So for those of you who don't know, since we do have the bye week, it's only going to be a couple videos this week. We might just, follow up.
We can still talk about the bye week, what we want to work on, and then maybe talk about the playoff picture because it's shifted after this week. If you want to, or we can figure that out.
So we'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll address that. We'll address that in another video then. So yeah, we said our piece, man. The Chiefs lost the game. The referees did not lose it, right? Referees didn't lose it for the Chiefs, even though there was a couple very blatant, like, no calls or bad calls. And there was at least half a dozen times where I was able to look and say, oh, look, the Bills jumped off, or like false start. The left tackle false start. Or, oh, look, that's holding against the Bills that didn't get called. Like, guys, that's almost every play. Almost every play there's going to be a hold or a little bit of a jump, and I'm not going to blame the referees for not calling that crap because the Chiefs played poorly and still only lost by 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me. It felt like it was a 30-point game.
Well, not only 1 touchdown, but we had the ball at the end of the game, and we could have tied it. So it sucks that we lost, but it was down the wire.
Hey man, Bills have lost 5 straight regular season Super Bowls. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Tip of the cap to you. Go jump through a table. Cool. That's what they do in Buffalo. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's a waste of money because you're breaking a table, but that's just me being fiscally responsible.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You purposely breaking something is ridiculous. But anyways, I digress. Anyways. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this recap. Hey, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe so you can see more of what we do. If you don't like it, dislike it. I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't have feelings. I'm Sicilian. We don't have feelings. Also, give us your take on everything in the comments. We like to talk, even if you want to tell us how bad we are at takes. So, is what it is. We lost the game. Is what it is. We will we'll get things fixed for when we come out of the bye week. Yep. All right, brother. For those of you watching, we appreciate you guys. Until next week, thy kingdom come.